We looked at a lot of different adoption agencies. We found Bethany to be best suitable for cost.
Well, I got in a really bad, gruesome relationship with a guy before, and when we got out of the relationship, I found out that I was pregnant. I was scared and I didn't know what to do. Well, I went to the Crisis Pregnancy Center, and not knowing anything about it, they gave me information on adoption agencies, and they gave me all my options that I could choose, but they highly recommended Bethany as the place I should try first. Kind of shared with them what I wanted, what were my needs, and it was the first profile that I looked at that was the family.
I think we were all really nervous when we went in.
We just kind of connected right from that moment.
And one of the reasons that she chose us is because we wanted an open adoption.
The way we all look at it is that she just has more love coming to her from different areas of life, just more people to love her.
Not only did we gain Emmeline as our child, but we gained Kristen and her whole family. We knew that we'd always love our child, but it's definitely a love that I didn't know existed.
We've been married for 17 years before we decided to adopt.
We chose Bethany because they're a Christian organization and because they were recommended to us, which is even better. They kind of break it down and make it a little easier for you to understand and kind of stop chewing your nails off about the process, and that's why we're glad we went with them.
Wonderful. You laugh at things that you just didn't even think of before. And I mean, you come home to these little faces and you can't help but smile. It was such an easy transition for us, and they already call us mom and dad from the start, and how can you not smile when this little person's running up, Mom, guess what I did,
Me and my grandma went to Bethany, and they gave us 10 or 12 profiles. I found Sean and Catherine, and they popped out at me instantly. I didn't even want to have like a backup choice. I was just like, I know, like God wanted me to pick them. Seeing him with Sean and Catherine, like every time they brought him in, I thought it was their own child. Like that's how it looked and that's how it felt to me.
We got a call from our adoption counselor, and she said that a birth mother wanted to meet with us. And I guess a month after that, we flew to Nebraska. We went to the hospital the day that the birth mother was gonna deliver. We were there throughout the whole process. She was really strong. The birth mother was, she was really strong, and she wanted him to have a father, even though it's not something that she wanted. She knew it would be the best life for him and the best decision ever that we made.
Yeah, he brings so much joy to our lives.
He brings so much joy, more than we could ever
imagine.
Yeah, we had no idea when we started how amazing this whole process would be, but it has been the joy of our lives, really has.
Probably like most people, when you are newlyweds, you kind of talk about how many kids you're going to want to have, and in the realm has always been, after we're done with having biological kids, then maybe we'll adopt. And we had our 3 sons, and Nathan, our youngest of the biological, was born with Down syndrome, and probably shortly after I thought, oh, it'd be neat to adopt another child with special needs.
We had friends who were going through the process with Bethany, and so my wife, the researcher that she is, she got online, researched Bethany's website, the details they provided, gave them a phone call. We just found for several reasons that Bethany was a good fit for us.
The older kids just have jumped in, and they help and have bonded so much with Caleb that it's a blessing, and it'll bring tears to your eyes as a mom.
We're often asked, how does it feel to have an adopted son? And in so many ways, we don't even see him as our adopted son. He's our son, and so we feel like we're sort of a normal family.
We always believed that God would give us the right child
at the right time.
And He has.
We started 7 years ago in the process. You'll learn a lot in 7 years, you really do. Bethany will answer the phone. You have no idea what that's worth. Having somebody that you can call when you need help with anything is unbelievable what the value of that is. They came by, they said, hey, we got a child for you to look at. This is a significant match with what you were looking for. And
we said absolutely we were interested. I fell in love instantly. Fortunately, she said she liked us, so that was a good thing. Fell in love instantly. Yeah, she did.
Nikki has been through challenges in her life that it's unimaginable. She came from a family that was as 180 as possible from what we are. She was abused, neglected, every kind of bad thing that you can imagine. This child has experienced it.
My family, they wouldn't let me go outside. I stayed inside most of my life. We didn't do much to watch TV and sit around. They were very mean. They didn't care much about me. They thought I was a mistake. And they were satanic.
She couldn't read or write at the age of 10. Straight A student.
In middle school, straight A's.
Straight A's.
And now she's taking 2 honors classes.
And
she's overcome more than we can even imagine.
And
in a short time.
And her thing is, she'll tell you, I just want other kids to know anything's possible.
And we couldn't have done it. We wouldn't have been able to adopt if it wasn't for the donors, if it wasn't for Bethany.
If I wouldn't have had this outlet, then I don't know what I would have done. Without Bethany, I feel like a lot of girls would be alone in a sense.
There's so many kids out here that need loving parents, a loving home to go to.
And through donations and donating time or whatever, you're connecting these amazing kids with these loving parents. I mean, what better joy could you get from that, right?
This organization is amazing. They do anything and everything in their power to help you with what you need to do.
There's children out there that so much want a family. And every little bit that you do does make a difference. Everything that we've been through costs money. It does. We saved for years to be able to afford this. A little bit of money here and there may shave off 6 months to a year. That's sooner a child finds a home. And that's when miracles happen. That's the time to make it happen.
It is a perfect way to get involved in the pro-life movement. And then to have an organization that is there for parents who are willing to take these children into their homes and to train them and prepare them. There's no better way to use your financial resources.
Thank you for our family.
We really do say thank you to the people that give to Bethany, and we encourage everyone to call them and do their biblical duty, if not to adopt, then to help others adopt.
Thank you for a happy family.
Be sure to donate.